Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Devotion of Knowledge again. So in the previous video we just talked about some of the myths about CGPA, and I tried to answer them based on my experiences. And I also told in that video that to score a good CGPA does not require a full preparation throughout the semesters. So in this video I'm gonna prove that thing. We are gonna discuss some of the procedures, some of the tips and tricks, or some of the shortcuts, or I would not say shortcuts, but methods that you can use to score a decent CGPA throughout your college life. So if you are from any branch, irrespective of the branch, the hints or the procedures that we are going to discuss are standard and can be applicable to the any branch of engineering, or I would not say engineering, but to any college degree that you are pursuing. But there might be a question in your mind that why you guys should watch me, or watch or understand or believe what I'm trying to say or trying to explain in this video. So here is the proof below. This is my result. Just a second. Yeah, this is my college exam result. Over here I have removed or blurred the name of the college. Just so over here it is my name overwritten, Ramani Somya, and these are the individual SGPA that I have scored into in each semester, and this is my overall aggregate of 8.89 in 7 semesters. Currently my 8th semester is going on, so I'm damn sure that I will cross the average of 8.9 once my college is completed. So I'm having a complete aggregate of 8.89 throughout my 7 semesters. So this is decent CGPA. I would not say it's very good because I am not a gold medalist, silver, bronze medalist, etc. But it is not even too low, because as I said in the previous video, CGPA might be a cliffhanger in some cases, because companies like Microsoft, Oracle, etc., you won't get even opportunity to sit for the interviews, or in the interviews it might get a tiebreaker on the basis of CGPA. All these things we have discussed into the previous video in detail. So in this video, let us directly move towards some of the things that you should keep in mind while preparing, or ways using which you should prepare to get a decent CGPA into the college. So let's begin. Okay, so the first point that we are going to discuss is that CGPA is not one step, or we can say okay. So first thing that we are going to discuss is college result. I would say semester result is not based on only one exam. Now many of you might be thinking, what does this mean? Let me explain. Any college that you are currently enrolled into or admitted into, irrespective of that, in 11th and 12th or something, means in board exams and all, your result is based on the final exam that you give. But in college it's not there. So your result of any particular semester in college depends on your assignments that you are doing, laboratories, or in that viva and all is being taken, mid-semester exams, and at last end semester exams. So all these are the factors that affect your semester result. So see, if we talk about assignments, so see, assignment is something which is easily scoreable, or I would say scoring something, because see, first thing that you have to do in assignment is to submit them on right time before the deadline. If you do this, at least you will be getting 60 to 70%, and just put some effort, some couple of hours, you will be gaining some skills as well and decent marks as well. So assignment is done. Another thing is laboratories. Just pay attention what is going into the laboratory, and if the subject is related to coding or programming, Just we all know that how students are doing coding, or even engineers are doing coding in the industry using ChatGPT and AI. Just so do that, and for Viva just prepare 15 to 20 minutes and you will get a decent idea what is going on. Another thing, that is semester exams, be it mid or end semester. So over here something related to uh, preparation comes into the picture. Means over here you have to uh, something like preparation comes into the picture. So over here you have to spend some of the time like reading or preparing for the exam and something like that. But the first thing is that you should keep in mind is that semester result is not based on only one exam. It is couple of aggregate of all those factors that are mentioned over here. So try to score decent in all of them, and believe me, it won't require any extra efforts. Just put on the time that you are going into the college. If it is a 2-hour laboratory, just focus for 45 to 50 minutes or at most an hour, and all the work related to that particular laboratory will be finished in that particular slot only, and you won't have to put any extra efforts when you come to the room or hostel, etc. So you can enjoy over there or do your own work. So this was the first part. Let us move to the second part. Okay, so another factor is to prepare for the exams, be it mid-semester exam or we can say end semester exams. So for this is something for what you have to prepare or give some time. So see, all those things that you might have heard, that in college we are just preparing one night before the paper. This is true, but if you are willing to score some decent CGPA or something like 8.5 or 8.5 plus, you have to study a couple of days ago before the examination starts. For example, if I talk of myself, I used to study at least 1 week before the final examination is there, because in our college the system was like we don't used to get breaks between consecutive papers. So if today is one paper, tomorrow we will be having another paper. So if there are 6 papers Monday to Saturday, each paper on each day, so exam is finished. So we don't used to get breaks in between the exams. So I used to plan my preparation accordingly. So I used to start preparing at least 1 week ago. So what's the first thing that you can do? Just binge watch. See, this fact, just binge watch the complete subject playlist on 2x. This is the fact. I won't be exaggerating or something like that. There are very good creators on YouTube who are creating a damn excellent playlist for all the subjects that are present into the curriculum. For example, if I talk of computer science, the branch from which I belong to, there are many creators. I will be attaching the link of all the creators as well into the description that I used to follow. So mainly I used to follow Gates Measures, GitHub, Sudhakar Adchala sir. Many creators are also there. Amit Khurana sir for discrete maths and all that. So there are many YouTube playlists that you can follow. Just watch the complete playlist, and believe me, there are not that much of videos as well, because for example, it's your mid exam, it will be around 50-60% syllabus. You can it will be at most 25-30 videos, and if it's your end semester exam, you will be aware related to what was said into the mid exam, and then apart from that you have to cover some portion of syllabus. So it is doable. And also I have especially written over here, just watch the playlist on 2x. So I used to watch on 2.5x as well for some creators like Gates Measure, because it teaches in Hindi, so I'm quite comfortable with a higher speed or a higher streaming speed of videos. So I used to watch on 2.5x, but as per your convenience or comfortness, you can adjust the speed accordingly. So this is one of the trick that you can see to binge watch complete playlist on 2x, so you will be able to cover all the related things into the syllabus. Yeah, so this was the second part. Let us move to the third part. Okay, so another point that we should keep in mind while preparing is reverse engineering. Now you might be thinking, what does this mean? See, what I used to do, or I used to do in 11th and 12th standard preparing for boards and JE. I used to understand the concept, do some practice questions from the DPP, and then watch the previous year papers or solve previous year questions. But in college, do the reverse engineering. First, see that what are the frequent questions that are coming in the paper. Understand this. What are the frequent questions that are coming in the paper? Because 80% of the paper is always similar, just 20% is the new part. So if I talk of the subjects like DBMS, the question related to, I would say, normalization will be short present in the proper paper. If I talk of operating system, then question related to scheduling algorithms will be present 110%. If computer architecture is there, problem of both algorithm, daisy chaining, prompting, etc. will be present short. If compiler design, parsers will be there for sure for at least 20 to 25 marks. So this particular thing applies to each and every competitive exams that you are preparing for. So college exam is way more easier than any competitive exams that you have been applying for or you have applied in your past. So just watch the pattern of the paper which is coming. Just read those concepts on the first, because if you are reading some of the useless concepts, you are spending couple of hours even in college, that we are when time is the most biggest, or we would say the most strict constraint, because we are busy in so much multiple of things like playing games, watching reels, cricket, etc. So in those cases, to take time for study is quite hectic. So that's why go through previous year papers, understand that what is the pattern of the question paper coming as per the subject, relate it with the syllabus, and then start studying. This was the another point to keep in mind. Okay, so let us move to the further part of the video. Okay, so another part of the video that we are going to discuss is buzzword that you might have heard, to use AI as much as possible. Now, what does this mean? Just a second. Yes, use AI as much as possible. Now, in what sense I'm particularly talking? See, ChatGPT, etc. They are very good teachers if you are aware that what particular thing you want to know and for what particular aspect you want to learn. For example, if you are learning for technical skill, if you are learning for exams, etc. But the only thing that you guys might be lacking in some part is prompting. So over here I'm gonna show you a real demo that how to prompt. So first of all, let me write over here, always assign a role to the LLM, or means ChatGPT. Always explain in brief. For example, let us consider the scenario. I am having an exam tomorrow of the subject operating system, and I have not studied thing. So you are my teacher and explain me everything from basics so that I can understand, and please be honest and strict wherever, because teacher is always strict and honest. Because so explain me that what is deadlock. this is one prompt that I have given. I'm writing this, and in another LLM, same ChatGPT, same. I'm just writing in a very vague and normal manner. Explain me deadlock. Just simple. So this is the first thing. This is the another thing. So over here I have explained, or I have just written the prompt, explain me deadlock. Now LLM is not aware that you are a working professional, engineer, student, or someone else who is trying to learn about deadlock. So there are multiple chances, and deadlock is something which is not that basic and which is not that advanced as well. So over here LLM will give you general explanation. So see, it has directly started with the RAG resource allocation graph, somewhat related to like that. Process P1 as a resource R1 needs R2 R1. So it has started directly. And conditions for like mutual condition, hold and wait, they are written and explained in just one line. So over here, because I have given a very vague prompt, but if you are writing in a very detail, it will give you very explanation from scratch. So over here, see, formal definition, process A, B, something like that, with an example. Person 1 holds pen needs paper, person 2 holds paper needs pen, etc. And conditions like mutual exclusion and all that will be explained in detail. See over here, it's just one line. Over here it's quite in detail with a real example. So this is something that you should always keep in mind to make a good prompting before starting any chat, for preparing, and use these tools as much as possible. Just give your complete previous paper and ask ChatGPT to give you solution of each and every question, and in detail as well, because see, every time you won't be asking your friends or someone like that to please answer me, because at the time of exams in college, the atmosphere and environment is quite tedious and stressful, because everyone is in a hurry to complete the syllabus. So please keep this thing in mind to be a good prompter. Let's move to the next part of the video. Okay, so last part of the video, which is something that you are hearing or doing that, but in college very few people do. So please make sure you have done a complete revision of what you have learned before applying for the or going for the exam. Let me explain you this with a very clear logic. On the day, or means before the day of exam, everyone is consuming a syllabus on a very fast pace. So means they are rigorously going on with content, watching videos on 2x, solving questions and all that. So after some time, your brain's power to process all these things is reduced, and at the time when you were learning that particular topic or watching that video, you would have understood it completely crystal clear. But after some couple of hours, for example, if you have learned some topic in the afternoon and before night, when you are just trying to recall or solve some problem related to that, there are chances that that particular topic will be completely out of your mind, or it will seem completely new to you, or you will have some traces of that particular topic, that oh, I have read this thing, I have covered that particular topic, but I am not able to recall. So rather than covering 100% syllabus without revision, I would suggest, if you are covering just 60 to 70% of syllabus, just make sure you cover it correctly, because writing 10 answers in incomplete way is far more unadvisable rather than writing only 6 answers but crystal clear and damn good. And also, it's my personal advice that just cover all the diagrams and flowcharts which are there in the syllabus, and if it is not even asked in the question to draw, just draw them. Because if something like, it's a human psychology, a paper checker is continuously going on through the papers for some past couple of hours, and if he notices something which is related to visuals and all that, so it's a human psychology that the effort that the paper checker has to put while checking that particular answer will get reduced, because indirectly his brain is like, okay, this man has drawn some diagram or flowchart, so he will get satisfied with the work that you have done. And visuals are something that motivates the human mind or releases some kind of dopamine. So it's my personal advice, if it is not even asked in the question, just draw flowchart or diagram whenever possible. So yes, revision is very very important. So this was it from my side for this video. All of these things I have been following, and because of this I have been able to score 8.89. Some of my friends are also there who are silver medalist into the colleges in my college, who is having an aggregate of I think 9.7 or 8 throughout the 7 semesters. So they also follow the same procedure that I have mentioned over here, but the only thing is that they provide a greater amount of time for preparing the exam rather than just preparing like you and me 3 or 4 days or at least a week ago. They are preparing for the exam for past 1 month. If you are also devoting that amount of time for college exams, believe me, you will be on tabletop, or I would say you will be in top 5 or top 10 for sure. As far as result is concerned, in terms of skill, I would not say, because skills are something which is a subjective topic. So yeah, but in terms of college result, you will be on tabletop. So yes, I think this is it from my side for this particular topic. I have tried to cover each and everything from my side. Prompting I have also told you, so please make this a good habit of yours to write a good prompt. And yes, I think we should conclude over here. We will be meeting in the next video very soon. Till then, keep learning and keep hard working. Thank you very much.